Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here in Erlengrat. Shut you off and you are done. So that cultivating job is finished. We'll go there. Cultivating on field 25 is completed. We lose that, so we've got 500 there, less 100 for the wages collect there. We've got 400 on that one. Field 3, weeding, we'll go to that one in a minute. Ploughing right here. Okay, you've just now finished. Stop there, and... oh, he's left a little tiny strip on the edge here. The field wasn't perfectly square. That's a bit of a nuisance, isn't it? Right, well, we can work around that. That's fine. I want to do a pass along here. Like this. I'll drop you down. I'm gonna do that, like that. And put you going there. I'll bring you in a little bit towards just only a little tiny fraction towards the side. There's a little strip there that we may want to do something to, although I'm kind of thinking I'm not too concerned about that narrow, tiny strip like that. We got 36% left on our potatoes. He's just now starting another run across the field. Let's go and have a look at him. You in here, you're actually doing pretty well. We're going to have a little bit of tidy up work to do on the end of this one, but I'm alright with that. There shouldn't be too much that we need to do down the other end of the field. So it's not going to be too bad cleaning up after this one. You over here, you're done. I'm just going to fold you up there. Start the tractor up just to do the folding up. There, so that's ready. I can hand that job in as complete to the farmer. Shut that one off. And I'll move back over here. So I wanted to check on this one. So I got that weeding job right there. That's complete. Collect that one. We leased for 1,200. So we get another 500 on that one. So we're not making vast sums of money. We don't have enough seed, I don't think. We're going to need at least another 2 passes. And I don't think we've got that in there. You over here is where I wanted to get to. That's actually pretty good. I'm okay with you coming out there. Let me... yeah, I'll drop you down here. Right, I'm going to have to manually do a pass along this top end of the field now. So we will do that. It's just because otherwise I think he's going to struggle a little bit to be able to do the turns properly. Shouldn't be too bad. And... yeah, I mean, this field is, like, the length of it, it does indicate, actually, we ought to do most of the job going in this direction. But the amount of room that we've got to turn at this end of the field, and also the amount of room, you know, we can go out over onto the... I mean, we suppose we could turn over on that side, and then just do a couple of passes against the road here, and then I'll have plenty of room for turning up there. And then that means that the whole job will get done a little bit faster. Okay, you've persuaded me. I've listened to your logic. I heard you from the future telling me, actually, Frith, you'd be better off doing it up and down there. I've heard and I obey. We will do 3 passes on this end of the field here. Or 2 passes at least. Maybe we'll just do 2 passes. I'm not sure. And then we will start the hired help working, and we will go the long way up and down the field rather than the slightly shorter way. So if I bring the plough, we'll go all the way up here. I am quite grateful that this map does have no collision on those little fences that go around the edges, because it does make life a lot easier. Like the number, if we were just doing 1 or 2 jobs, then yes, I would sort of take the time to make sure I didn't go outside of those lines at all. But we're not in that situation, and it's just kind of, for the sake of speed, we would just kind of do it like this, and pretend that we're not. It just, yeah, it's just a little make-believe thing, and we're not going to worry about it. Now, that potato planting, I am going to need to get another pallet of seed, and I'm going to need that pallet of seed back there pretty much now. We've only got 300, so I'm going to need to get my truck out of the field, drive back to the dealership, get one more pallet of seed, and I only need one more pallet of seed to do it. Now, this is the sort of situation where I would be sorely tempted. Complete 50 missions. Nice. I would be sorely tempted to take the contract right there on field 12 and now just complete it without going and getting more seed. But I'm not going to do that. I am going to get more seed, and we are going to finish doing the field properly. I would also be tempted to say just go and buy the pallet of seed, drive the tractor back and load it into the seed drill, and then say contract complete, so that we lose a bit of money on the seeds and so on. But no, I'm not doing any of that. We're going to complete the job. You said before you want me to properly complete those jobs, so that's what I'm going to do. Now, I think on this end of the field, yes, when he turns round, he's going to be going out onto the road, but I'm going to have to do like another 3 or 4 passes to stop him doing that, because they do have, with these ploughs, with these Lemken Titan ploughs, they do have a very wide turning circle. So I'm kind of thinking along the lines of, I'm not going to worry about the turning circle. Now, really, I should be... Ooh, wait. So this one goes... I'm going to need to go all the way up here to do this. This is where this field sort of starts for the work that I want to do. And it's going to be about there as well. We want to bring it all the way back over to here. And I want to go there. So I'll lower it in on that point right there. And then press H here. How far is he going to go? There's the potatoes about to run out. We'll go and have a look now, and we will see how much he's got left. I want to see what this one does first, though. He comes out there. How much is he going to be going out into the neighbour's field for turning round? He's going to do quite a bit. Let's just pretend that's not happening. It seems to be doing what it should be doing down this end of the field. Things are looking pretty good down here as well. Yes, it's making a bit of a mess as he turns around, but we kind of expect that. And you over here, you still got a full pass and then a little bit more besides. Nope, we're going to do it. It needs to be done. We're going to go and take this one, and we're going to go and get that last little bit of seed. So let me undo the straps on there, and also there undo the straps on the pickup. And I can reverse the trailer up here. We don't want to be driving on the field if we can help it. That would sort of be frowned upon a little bit. And then we'll come out round here like this, and let's get back to the dealership. Now, because I got the trailer, we can just dump the pallet straight on the trailer rather than trying to wedge it into the back of the pickup. Because, quite frankly, that is not good for the pickup. It's going to damage it even more than it already is if we keep doing that. So I'd rather avoid doing that if I can. And instead, we will just use the trailer, and we will dump pallets on the trailer. I'm kind of not wanting to use it too much. I'm thinking along the lines of, if I do end up having to do too much pallet work in this series, I will find something that is an autoloader. But for the majority of it, we're going to try and use machines that mean that we can get round doing autoloading, but without me having to manually load anything up, because it's manually loading stuff up. Having the sides down, I think, makes it a bit difficult. Manually loading stuff is what makes is what gets really tricky. So I want a big bag of seed right there for another 900. So we had 10 bags of seed. That makes it 11 bags of seed right there. If I bring you over here like that there. Let's jump out a minute and we'll run over here. Hop into you. Right. I've only got the one pallet there. How is this thing so dirty already? Like, seriously. I've hardly used it. I've only loaded like a dozen pallets onto a trailer. No, 10 pallets. I've loaded 10 pallets. That is all I have done with this one, is load 10 pallets. How is it so lagged in filth already? I mean, I suppose technically it belongs to the dealership here, so they're probably using it day in, day out, loading up pallets of stuff for different customers as they come in. When, you know, I'm not the only customer. It's just I'm the only customer that's trusted to use the thing themselves because, you know, I've had experience with these things. Most of the customers wouldn't be allowed to go and do that. There, we've gone and put that one in. I've sat it over the wheels so that most of the weight is on the wheels. It's good to put some weight onto the pickup hitch, but you don't want to overdo it. Right, so he's on the wheels, but slightly forward of the wheels so that we're not putting the weight there, so it's lifting the back wheels off the ground there. We're not putting all the weight there, so it's pushing down and making the steering light. We're putting just a bit of pressure on there to keep the weight on the hitch, which is able to keep that down, but not make the steering light. It's a balance. You've got to work the balance on that. So we'll put that one on, and we'll put the strap onto there. And now we get back out to that field. It's just the one pallet. We won't need any more than that. Run you back out. The plough, we'll check on the plough in a minute. Make sure that one's going all right. And then I've got other ploughing jobs that I need to start and get running. But I'm going to get this harvest job underway first. These other jobs, I mean, the ploughing jobs are a bit slower. They're a bit more slow and steady. So it's going to take a bit longer for them to become, for those to complete. But I still think I should get the harvest job underway because it can take a while for the machine to fill up with whatever it is that we're harvesting, and so we kind of want to be working with that as well. And I'm wondering where we're going to end up having to take all of this stuff. Now, I'm going to bring you back down to the same gateway I was in before. Oh, no, I'm not going to. I'm going to go to this gateway. There's another gateway right here. Ideal. Look at that. Bring you right in there, and take the straps off so that we're ready to roll, and then we're not driving on the neighbor's field. We've left this little tiny bit that's left over there. That's fine. You, this side, yeah, you're fine as well. What I'm going to do here, though, is he's just coming in. I'm going to bring him over to this side. I'm going to do this last little bit going from here, like this. So he'll run down there, and then he'll go into the middle. So he should, like, it's less likely to stop halfway along the final run and say, you know what, can't do this anymore. I just can't cope with this any longer. And because I really don't want him to do that. Now, are we going to be able to get the seed drill to actually do the part run up through there? I've got a plan for this, so we'll bring you back there and we'll load up the 1,000 litres of seed into here. Once we've done that, thus it's then potatoes in there. I won't be returning the seed or trying to use it anywhere else, anything like that. It's just going to stay as it is. Now, what I was thinking is if I can get this to work, we may have to manually do this piece up through here, but what I was hoping is if I can bring you over here and sort of overlap there, like that, he should easily go and complete the field. So bring you down to there, and it does look like he's going to run up through there. Ideal. Right, with exactly 1,000 litres left, we'll see how much is going to be used up to complete that job. Go back through here. Plough. Yeah, you're doing fine. Right, okay, we can leave you, and you up here. You've got a couple passes left. You're doing fine as well. So I want to go back here to the dealership so that I can see the next stuff that we're getting. No, I don't want to go in there for a minute. I want to have a look here. So it's field 19 that we want to harvest first. So let's have a look at the details on that one right there. Take the product to the supermarket. Now, we've got a JCB fast track for running along a road, and then we've got that one right there. So it's a potato harvester, and we need to take them to the supermarket. Where is the supermarket? That's right there. There's the spinnery. There's the supermarket. Is it that way round, or is that the supermarket? That's the supermarket. It's fine, because you go out of the side of field 19 here, cross the roundabout, and then over to, you're in the supermarket right there. So we've got a very short distance to actually carry the stuff, which is brilliant, by the way. I cannot emphasize that enough. That is absolutely brilliant. Felsburn Grain Mill, do you take root crops there at all? Yes, they do take root crops, unfortunately. So I do wonder if some of these other contracts are going to want that. The other, Field 20. Is Field 20 on our list of ones that we can do? Yes, it is. Harvesting Field 20, that's the Felsburn Grain Mill, see? And that also has a big harvester. Yeah, well, we're not doing that one. It's Field 19 we're looking at first. So we could end up with a vast sum of money off of here. So it's the potato harvester here. That's the one that I want to have a look at. So I want to go into you, and then I want to go to potato technology, and it's the Kayla 2 right there. It's got a 10,000 litre capacity, which is good. That is good. You know, the capacity on there, and it's 1.8 meters wide. So this is going to be a long, slow job, but it is a job, and it's going to pay well. It's give us 13,300 to do this. We will borrow the items. We only have to pay 800 to lease the equipment. Borrow those items right there. Oh, this is brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant. And yes, the fast track is for road travel, and this one right here is for working in the field. We don't have a front weight that we're expected to use. We will bring you over this way, and we will get started on this job. Helper B has completed their task. Let's go and have a look. It's not ploughing. It's not you, although you are actually... You're finished. What are you doing? Right. As I've got to manually do quite a bit on this next job, I will just tidy this one up here. Now, look away a minute while I just do this shunting around here. I'm doing some sharp turns. It's horrifying, I know, but we want to get those sharp turns out of the way. There, right, okay. So you can look back now. It's all safe again. We will just quickly tidy up the end of this field right here so that that one is done. And then we've also got the field 12. That one is complete as well. There's going to be some fertilizer and some herbicide jobs to go and do in a bit, but we'll kind of deal with those in a little while. One thing I'm quite looking forward to is being able to use our own machinery for doing all of these jobs, because quite frankly, whilst it's nice being able to have access to all of this extra stuff, it's gonna be a lot quicker if we can just accept the contract and run through it with our own gear. Alright, that is gonna make a huge difference. We need our own land to be able to do that. Now, I haven't specifically stated that we would need to have a shed in order to store our stuff in, just our own land. Just so that we can park it off-road. And you wouldn't necessarily have to have a shed, but a shed would be something nice. It's something, though, that we're going to work towards rather than say that we have to have immediately or anything like that. Just look the other way a minute, because that's terrible. But I don't want to be driving on the potatoes behind us, and I don't want to be shunting around forever either, because we could be here for a very long time trying to do all of this. So get that bit done right up through there, and that's looking pretty good now. My only concern is that this job required us to do seeding, because I don't recall number 8 having come up as complete. Now I've just now... No, it's fine. It's complete. That one is complete. Right there. Right, that's fine. So we've done that job. We got to use the fence. Nice, great big one right there. That was fun. We enjoyed doing that. That was good. So we will collect that one there for field 8. We got field 12 here. That one's done. We got a bit of reimbursement with what was left. Let's go and have a look at how much was actually left. You are doing a great job here. It's going to take a little while. We've got 781 litres, so we only needed another 219 litres of seed in order to finish this field. But it's now done. We suppose we should put it off to the edge of the field, shouldn't we? Come on, let's finish this properly, shall we? We can't leave the tractor parked right in the middle of the field. That's just wrong. So we'll bring the tractor over here so it's ready for the farmer, for him going off and doing his next bit of work. And we'll drop that one right there. Perfect. There, that's what we will do. And then we can come into here and we can say complete. And that's another 12,000 right there. And it is almost 12,000. We did go and buy 11 pallets of seed, which would have set us back 9,000. Which is, yeah. So it's not quite as profitable as you would think at first glance because of the amount of money we had to spend buying the seed. But we still did make a bit of money out of it. Now, someone was asking me, in the Boulder Canyon one, I had the bulk delivery system all set up. Am I going to do that in this series? I'm planning on it. Let's put it that way. I am planning to use those bulk delivery systems, but I'm not yet sure quite how I'm going to sort of instigate it, how I'm going to introduce it into our playthrough. So it is definitely something that I want to do. I'm just not sure quite yet how I'm going to go about it, where I'm going to put them, that sort of thing. Maybe I won't. Maybe we will stick with pallets, but if I do that, I'll do a different bulk collection system. Maybe we'll just have auger wagons. We'll buy 20 pallets, load them into the auger, and do it there. But I don't really like the idea of doing that, actually. Personally, I'd rather not do it like that. Now, let's just leave you right there. So I got ploughing underway. I want to get this one started and working in the field, because I don't think it takes very long for this one to fill up. And once this one is going in the field and doing everything that it needs to do, then we can go and get another ploughing job underway and do some work with that. So if I bring you down here, to go, just go up the road a little bit and come into the field at that top end. We can travel up and down, and we'll do a few passes on this end here. When I say a few, I mean a good, probably a dozen passes on this end of the field. Why are you... Oh. He's hitting like that because, despite the fact that a lot of things don't have collision on here, those lampposts do. Although he's got, like, the way the wheels turn on this, I don't really need to worry about that too much. So we'll bring you into here. Field 20 is also one that will need to be harvested. Now, you remove the tops automatically, this one does. It's the other one that doesn't remove the tops. So that comes out like that, unfolds, and that goes out to the side. I can drive on the crop here without causing... I think I could drive on the crop with the harvester as... I hope I can. Yeah, that's going to be fine. That's not going to damage anything. I'm going to just ignore the fact that I'm driving so close on the other field for a second, because I'm still trying to figure this one out. Let me bring that in there like that to start with. Definitely don't want AI extension on this one. I'm just going to go for normal, and then I'm going to set hired help going. He's going to lower in like that, and he does strip off the tops and lift the potatoes in one clean move. Now that's doing a really nice job. It's picking it up, but you can see it's kind of slow. But I may not be going for a full width on this thing. Now, I'm going to want several passes down this end of the field. I'm also going to want to do a few passes up the top end of the field, but that's going to be a bit more difficult because I'm going to have to do that manually. This, I can at least use the hired help a bit. Bring you up to there. So I'll start that up, and I'll manually just do that bit into there like that. Now, it's the corner that's going to be the most difficult part for us. That's the bit that I'm going to struggle with the most. So I'm going to drop it down again. I'm going to do another bit there. Like that. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to do the same again. Just going to do another little tiny bit. on the corner right there, and then I want to turn this one right round now so that I can start kind of moving back across the field. I'll use the hired help just to give us a nice straight line as we go back across the field. But it's not hitting that lamppost. That's the kind of crucial bit right here. If we can avoid hitting the lamppost, that would be wonderful. Yeah, well, we kind of avoided hitting the lamppost. So I'll hired help there. Now, I'm going to leave the hired help running this time to do the turn at the end of the field, because I'm not quite sure. I think that's about as wide as we get. It's only 1.8 meters, this thing. So he's quite narrow, which means that we're not going to be picking up very much on each pass. I mean, yes, he is going to pick up, and we are going to be doing frequent trips to this one. But overall, we're not going to be doing, it's not going to be anywhere near as much as we would expect on some other jobs. Now, the other thing that I'm going to want to do for emptying it out, I'm not planning on worrying about which side I pick up from. If I'm driving on the crop to do it, I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm not gonna let that kind of get in the way of it. We're just gonna carry on and do things as well as we can. So now you're gonna come in over this side. It's orange again. Now I don't know if orange is like the maximum that we can get for yield on this. Ideally, we want it yellow or green, and we did put fertilizer on here. This was ploughed, it was fertilized, it was weeded, but it's still only orange, like, for capacity, for the quantity that we're getting delivered off of the field. So I'm curious if that is going to be the maximum that we can get from anything with the Precision DLC. And if that's the maximum, then that's the maximum. That's all we can get. Quite happy with that. I don't mind that at all. Now, how far are you going to go before you stop? You're going to go right to the end of the field? Yes, you are. That's good. But what are you going to do now? Need you to turn round somehow, some way. Are you even going to be able to do it with that lamppost there? I'm thinking possibly not. So I'll do this myself. We'll let that one go out round. Alright, see, I can bring him all the way in over here. And then I can just drive my tractor in there. I can lower him down and start him up. Give him in there like that. And if I press H, he will start going across this bottom end. So yeah, I'm going to need several passes along here in order to get that to work properly. So you're underway and you're going fine. You started. We have, we're making a little bit of progress. We're doing something with it. So we've got both of these here. We'll take this tractor and we'll put that one on the front, and then we'll put the other trailer on the back, like that. Join those together like that, and we'll drag this out over to the field over there, just so it's kind of out of. Well, unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. So while I sit up here and enjoy this view and a well-earned break, could you please consider taking a look at the links in the description down below? We have Nitrado, who provide gaming servers who are very, very reliable, and they provide us with a server on our Discord channel. And there is also Fanatical, where you can buy all kinds of different computer games for various different platforms. So if you've enjoyed this video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.